What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is our first 2026 Nosedive episode. So happy to be here with you, Mara. We're going to get into, I don't know, just like wherever the wind, wherever the wind takes us today. So stoked to kind of reflect and see what we've been up to. We just kind of hit the ground running at the end of 2025. Getting some like really incredible guests on the podcast. So we're just going to chime in and do a little semi solo episode of just us. You get just us today.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited
stoked
to
today.
have this conversation and to be here because as I absolutely love having guests on here. And then also it's really fun to be able to catch up and share what we've been going through. So we both have kind of gone through some big changes. So I think it's worthwhile just kind of chatting about that and sharing about it. Because I know there are other people who are going through similar phases or are contemplating whether or not they want to like take the leap or do something. And so I think it could be helpful.
Yeah, totally. I think it's kind of like such a coincidence too that we're recording this now because I just was a part of Content Club where it's like you attend every single day to create content. Essentially, it's kind of like an accountability thing to create content. And the subject matter of today was claiming like a dream that you have for 2026 or like setting an intention. And mine was and is I am going to be a full-time creator for 2026 and like how I'm going to do that. So it's kind of like reclaiming this part of myself that like is so fucking cringy to me still, but it also feels like really good to say I'm a creator. I am a podcaster. I'm like a non-alc bevy connoisseur, consult, multi-hyphenate. Like that feels so good and so much better than saying I'm a team lead or I'm a procurement specialist, account manager, or whatever. No hate, no shade on that shit either. Like if that's what you do, that's cool too. But yeah, leaving the corporate scene and like being able to feel safe in this space and in this like uncertain part of my life is just really, really exciting. This is like another dream of mine in 2026 that maybe somehow we will get some kind of like studio or like we can record in person, although all the troubleshooting that goes along with doing shit in person too is like a whole nother learning curve. But yeah, so I was just kind of saying that like just reclaiming the fact that I'm a creator is so new and still a little cringe, but like it feels really good to be able to say that. And like this is the lowest my bank account has ever been, but my life bank account is like at an all-time high. So and I just like trust that these elements of like, you know, growing up, I used to get in trouble for talking a lot. And so I feel like it was like a punishment to talk as much as I do. And so really like leaning in and doing the opposite and trusting that like this is going to be ample opportunity building. So we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. I want to dive into the creator part, but before we do that, I'm just like curious what that looked like when you say you used to get in trouble for talking too much. Like what kind of messages were you told?
Being disruptive. I think like distracting other people. And I don't know if it was like I wasn't necessarily like put in a corner or anything, but like I would basically be told to stop talking and like be quiet because we're starting the lesson, or like now's time to focus, or like stop distracting other students when I just wanted to sit there and fucking gab all day, I guess. I don't know. I just wanted to like talk to my classmates. Like, what are you
Time to
doing
yap.
today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is also funny because my dad, so how do you say that? Paternal
Mm.
grandfather, um, was kind of known for that also.
Hmm.
Like he could sit and talk to a wall and get along with anybody, and like that was his kind of thing. Um, so just like I guess reclaiming that too, like, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it is fucking weird, and maybe I actually do like talking to strangers, even though like
Yes.
more recently or like before this, I'd be like, I don't trust anybody. I'm not talking to anybody, like
Mm-hmm.
get the fuck away from me.
Right. Yeah, that's so interesting. I feel like that's my favorite part about just like running errands or something is just chatting with whoever comes across my path. Like yesterday, it was so fucking funny. I was at Publix and I get in line and there's like two, they're like definitely like older teenager, maybe super early 20s. And one dude's the cashier and one dude's the bagger. And they were cracking me up. They were having the best fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, so he was like, "You got any big plans this weekend?" And I was like, "Nope." And he's like, "Do you want to trade places?" And I was like, "No, I'm good with my no plans." And the other guy goes, "We can make plans. I'll beat you at Mario Kart."
Oh
It's
my
like,
God.
what? And then they start talking, they start like impersonating Trump. And they were like, "No one beats me. No one beats me. I'm the best one at Mario Kart." They're going on and on and on. And then the other guy starts impersonating Obama. Like it was hilarious. Like it because
Yeah.
there was like no filter. They didn't give a fuck. They're just like having a good time while they're like checking people out, like pure
Yeah.
entertainment. And finally the guy's like, "Yeah, sometimes we get in trouble for having too much fun." And I was like, never. Like no such
Dude, and
thing.
that's so fucked up too, isn't it? It's
I
like,
know.
I mean, I get there's like a time and place, and like not everybody wants to sit and chit chat, and like they've got things to do or whatever, but it's like this whole kind of thought process of like, oh, like, no,
Yeah.
like you're gonna get in trouble for
Lock it up. Lock it up. I know.
like
And I was like, damn,
what?
this just made my day because this is fucking comedic as fuck. Like, oh my God, it was great. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's really exciting that you've claimed full-time creator. And because like when I hear that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, creator is just, I love that word because it is so expansive. Like you can be a creator of anything.
Exactly.
So I feel like it's very open-ended.
Yeah.
Open-ended. But what are you specifically like thinking about when you claim that?
Right. I mean, mainly the podcast. I think that's like number one on my list. Is like creating this space and avenue for us to connect with other people. And then through connecting with other people, it's like our stories and their stories then connect, like the ripple effect that comes
Mm,
from creating this space, but then also just like physically creating things like content or the newsletters or writing
mm,
or like the actual like physical part of creating something and building something is kind of like where my mindset is, um and just mainly like this connection piece,
mhm,
like through the creating there are so many different, I see this ball of energy with like tendrils coming out.
mm,
There's so many different ways that you can create that's not in the quote unquote creative painting or
right, right.
drawing, even though those things do come into play too. Like I want to be more playful and go skateboarding and have more playtime.
Yeah, yeah, creating playtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, like literally anything everything
Anything
is
goes.
creation, everything,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yay, that's so exciting.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I also love the like content club maybe I should join this because
dude,
God knows I need it.
You should. You totally should. And I will, for those of you who have listened to the podcast before, we had Courtney Johnson on. She is the creator of Content Club. And it's such a fucking cool premise. There's no pressure. It's 5 days a week at 9 a.m. Eastern. You come in, you have a prompt, and there's so many different ways that you can create this content, but it's mainly about like showing up, being consistent. And then also I think it really just helps like shape your own voice and get a little clearer around like what you're actually saying and what you're creating. Even though like creating just to create can just be fun.
Yeah.
I think it really just helps you hone in on your voice and what you want to say and why do you want to say it, and then having the space to do it. And then there's a shit ton of other people who are doing the same thing, and it's just this 1 hour of focused energy to create. Yeah, power hour. Which is
What's
so
the investment
fun
on that?
I think it's like 900 maybe
For a year.
Okay.
So what is that?
And it's facilitated. So a lot of the times it'll be Courtney on there. She also shares her insights or new softwares or her hacks around things. But then she also has assistants who, it's always facilitated. So there's always going to be someone on there. It's not just like, oh, you come on with a shit ton of other people and okay, here it is. It's very intentional and focused.
Yeah.
I wonder what that breaks down to.
It's really cool.
I think it's like
75.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and it's all recorded. So if you can't make it for that one day, they send out the recording. So you can also do it on your own time. Yeah.
Worth
it.
Yeah. That's really cool. Such a good idea. Like business wise.
Yeah, I know. Totally. It's like very low entry point. But I think the in corporate terms, the ROI on it is like tenfold, I think. Because then of course, like I think you'll get to a point to where you could probably start doing it on your own, and then you get faster, and then you can use that time to cross I want to say cross pollinate. Like use that content across all different platforms. Like you just get quicker and it becomes easier to like use it like multi-purposely. So
it's a container to build the discipline.
Yes.
That can be priceless at times.
Yes.
So
totally.
Very
What
cool.
about you though, Mara? I mean, I feel like you've had the biggest. So like, for me in a nutshell, 2025 was, we started this podcast a year ago, which is so cool. Started the podcast. We started our businesses. Wow. I left corporate and now I'm like fucking full send into this creator atmosphere. For you, it's more of like not only internal, like spiritual transformation, but also like physical moving of the elements.
Yeah. No, dude, your energy is just like on fire and I love it. I'm like this generator energy. You're just in it. And it's so
Content
contagious.
Club. It makes me like fucking buzz, dude.
I'm fucking hype on the content.
I'm so hype right now.
No, it's amazing. Truly. Yeah. And God, I know we were it's so funny kind of when we record because sometimes I feel like I'm repeating things that I've already said to you like offline,
Yeah.
But it's so true. Like I'm so grateful like to have this connection and like to see where we are now. It's just so cool and really special. And that had, I think my friendships and connections and relationships with people have just been probably one of my most favorite parts of this year. And yeah, you left corporate, which I'm like, hell yeah. Like, cause I know, not because I'm like necessarily anti-corporate. There are people
Right.
that that's great for, and that's okay. But I know for you, it was like something in that specific role itself was very draining for you. And so you finally like allowed yourself to step away. And I'm just like, yes, 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 yes. The year of what is it? The snake
The
shedding.
snakes, yeah,
Yeah.
shedding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you're into that shit, and apparently this is the year of the horse, 2026, and it's like full steam ahead. So
totally.
giddy up, babies. Yeah, I have mentioned previously how much I hate being cold and how much of my soul and love lives in the Florida Keys. And so I basically ended the year with coming down to Key West area. And I don't know for how long.
Yeah,
I still have my place in Charleston. And honestly, I'm just trying not I'm saying this, and by saying this, I am therefore doing it, which is like such a fucking conundrum. But I'm like trying not to ruminate on like, am I going to want to stay here or am I going to want to go back?
right.
And the reason why that's problematic is because it keeps you in limbo instead of allowing myself to just like fully be here in this moment.
Exactly.
So just trying to be mindful of that. It's just hard because they're just totally two different places, and there are two different versions of me who really come out when I'm in those spaces. And so it's kind of like having to part ways with, a version of myself, no matter where I am.
Yeah.
So that's, I feel like, what's on my mind. I feel like the lifestyle here is just, if anyone has ever visited, it's a very, very different, very slow. Like you're driving down the main road and you got one coffee shop and you got one ice cream shop for miles and miles and miles and miles and miles, like,
Yeah.
and I love that simplicity. And for the most part, and then sometimes it's like, okay, I need a little scenery change,
Right.
And I
Like you
think
crave a
that's
little more like the buzzing of like New York City. Like you crave like maybe not like that extreme, but
yeah, no, I like to visit. It's definitely not somewhere I want to be by any means, not even every month. I would say I
yeah.
prefer like the lifestyle of where I am right now in the Keys, but I also absolutely love like culture and the arts, which Key West does have. But I'm in Big Pine Key, which is a little bit more like country.
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 Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of where I am. I'm just like, I feel like I have to have this like big like New Year's aha, like this is what I'm doing. And I'm like, I still have no idea what I'm doing, where I'm going, where I want to be.
Yeah.
So,
The gray.
yeah, the gray. So,
Mm-hmm.
if anyone else is in that space, you're not alone because it can be a very, sometimes frustrating place to be.
Yeah.
Just being like, I don't know.
Well, the fucking this vortex gap between Christmas and New Year's where
Mm,
you're like, you don't really know what day it is and when was the last time I showered or washed my hair, I mean, and constantly in PJs and kind of in this sort of confusing vortex conundrum area. And it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's like, well, what are the next steps? And I think that can be kind of difficult for some people going into a new year. It's like, okay, there's a refresh that happens because you're so rested, but what do I actually do? How do I actually do that? And I think too, to kind of what you're saying of maybe not dwelling on the fact of how do I get there? What do I need to do? But instead relishing in the presence of however you're feeling in that moment and reflecting and just being in it instead of, okay, well, what do I like? Cause dude, before recording, I was like, I didn't sleep last night because I was over analyzing, I think, how much stuff is on my to-do list because I prepped myself for the holidays to be able to have some really good downtime. And now it's like, okay, momentum, get the things up and running. And then I'm like, hold on a second. You don't have to fucking hit the ground running. You don't
Right.
have to do that. You don't have to, because I feel there's like that sense of pressure that comes from that. And then you like go to automatic burnout mode when it's like, we can actually kind of just coast into 2026. It doesn't have to be this euphoric, oh, let's start again, but a continuation.
Yeah, which feels a little bit more sustainable than just diving in, especially in, that's something I'm trying to be aware of. How many fucking times I say like, it's so annoying. Okay. So, yes. So I read something somewhere how I almost said it. It's winter time, and most people are in a place where you go through change or seasonal changes. And winter is really not a time where you're like, you like systematically, you just don't really have like oh yeah, like it's cold. It still gets dark early. You know, I'm in a very sunny tropical area, which I love so much. So I'm not feeling that. But most people are in a place where that's not really like, it's not like meant for you to hit the ground running and do all this stuff. You're still like in rest mode and like reflection mode. And then as spring comes, you start to really wake up. And I think that's why the seasons are so cool, because it naturally guides you. But for some reason, we've created this whole like new year, you know, grind it out, and your body's literally like, but no, I'm not ready.
Still waking up. Yeah, it's still waking up. Was it Liz's post from She's on Edge?
Oh, it might have been. I mean, I've seen this message like several places.
Yeah.
So
I just wonder because she's writing every day, and I think her first post of the year was something. I still am in my PJs. I'm still pale. I'm still, hibernating essentially. Let me be here. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Same. Like we gotta, it takes a little while it's like being in the gym. Okay. You gotta warm up the joints. You gotta kind of like warm up to the full on workout of the day. So give yourself the time and space to like warm up to these things.
Yeah, exactly. And I think too, with coming down here, you know what they say, like expectations. I just said it. Okay. Expectations create resentment or something like that.
Yeah.
And I came down here with like, all right, it's gonna be great. I'm gonna, find a job straight away, blah, blah, blah. And there was just a lot of upheaval, and especially with the holidays thrown in there as well. And so I feel like I had a whole month really where my nervous system was just like zzz. And now I finally found like a little studio, and I'm gonna have space for myself to actually feel. And I think that's going to be really important for me this year, is listening to how I feel. And I probably say this all the time, but I guess must be a life lesson for me, but just really trying to understand what action I want to take in response to how I feel. And that for me requires a lot of honesty. But even before honesty is just like, I don't know if energy is the right word, but a lot of awareness and like space to be able to have that clarity for myself. So I kind of feel that's going to be a big theme this year. Wow, dude, I'm looking out the window. I wish you could see this right now. I basically live in Jurassic Park. There is a giant fucking iguana as
Uh-uh.
probably 10 feet big crawling out of the tree.
Oh my God.
Oh my God,
Holy
dude.
shit. It's a
Yeah.
sign. What do
Yeah.
iguanas represent?
Ooh, I'm gonna look that up
Look it up.
later.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look it up. I'm looking
Okay,
it up
okay.
right now. I wonder
Okay.
if I can, how quickly I can do this. Iguana spiritual. Oh my God. What does this say? Okay. It symbolizes transformation, adaptability, wisdom, and good fortune,
Wow.
often linked to sun gods and powerful feminine strength.
Wow. I
Rep-
love that.
representing resilience and the ability to shed the old for new growth, but can also signify challenges like sin or impurity in some religious context.
Sinful.
Sinful.
Oh,
Oh shit,
wow.
that's funny.
No,
Oh,
there a lot of people here like can't stand them because they're everywhere and they just
are they kind
kind
of
of
like parasite or not parasites, but
pests or whatever.
pests? Yeah, like you
Yeah,
know how
yeah,
like over deer, like deer population, whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they can be like that. And there's my brother was telling me that there are these iguana hunting charters here or something like people you literally pay to go around shooting iguanas, which is like really fucking weird in my opinion, but okay.
Well, that's like
um
boars. That's like boars in like Texas and stuff. They're like
mm,
they go and there's like teams and companies that like go out and
yeah,
take care of it.
right. I
I don't
know,
know how
I'm
I
just
feel
like
about
woof.
that.
I
I don't
know, I mean,
know.
I'm not educated enough to
Me neither.
make a statement on that, but I think it's just kind of funny, like, okay, boars are a little different, not in like value but like physically different
True.
from like a
Yeah,
lizard.
they like kill humans. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Dude, did you know that pigs, if they are like left in the elements, they like become feral and they become boars?
What?
Yeah. Regular pigs become boars. Boars are
I-
like feral pigs.
I'm kind of like I'm kind of grossed out. Sorry. Like, it's fucked up. Like, of course, I have eaten pork and I like pork, but like lately I'm grossed out
Grossed
by
out.
like, just because they can be so nasty.
Well, dude, well, for me, it's more of like the pigs are the closest things to they're smarter than dogs.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
that element of it is kind of,
Yeah, I
you
know.
know,
Yeah. And
merp.
oh my gosh, I just love like baby animals so much, like little piglets.
I
Oh,
know. They're so
I
cute.
know. Oh shit.
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah. So
um,
we digress, but
yeah.
yeah, I there is something too I wanted to say about like leaving corporate because you were saying how like expectations, how you were going to the keys and had expectations, and not to say that they were fulfilled or not, but um there was sort of an expectation too when I left corporate that there was going to be some big revelation or opportunity that would come from me leaving corporate. And not to say that there hasn't been, I think there definitely has been, but not in the way that I
Mm-hmm.
maybe anticipated it to be. And navigating that has been very interesting, like having more conversations with my husband around finances and just like building the safety around being in this unknown has been like really challenging. It's been a lot
Yeah.
harder than I think um than I thought it was going to be, and not in a good way or a bad way, but just like
Yeah. Yeah.
unexpectedly. And I think too, like we've talked about this whole entrepreneurship route about like when people come on podcasts and they tell their story and it's like it's very inspiring. And I think you can take pieces and parts of people's stories, but it's so glamorized, this idea of leaving the quote unquote safety and going out on your own. And I think there is something picturesque and euphoric about doing that. But there's also, you don't hear that a lot of entrepreneurs in the beginning have 2 to 3 side jobs because this shit's not bringing in money, or hearing about how just the nitty gritty on the backside of that like journey that you've decided to take. Or like, for example, for me, I'm able to do this because my partner makes a certain amount of money so that I don't have to have the 2 to 3 jobs, at least not yet, So it's like, that's something that we talked about at the end of last year too, is like, I don't know. There's just the expectations that come from taking this route is so rewarding, I think, in general, but the steps that you have to take to get there, it just takes a lot longer.
Yeah, 100%. And I think it's so refreshing when people are fucking honest about this. Because like you said, it is so glamorized. And also the part that I feel like is glamorized, and potentially I'm putting words in your mouth, so I don't know, so correct me if you're wrong, if I'm wrong, that a part of like, I believe in being imaginative and being open to receiving things that are great and quote unquote manifesting and all of these things and changing your mindset to create a new reality for yourself. I believe in those things. And also, I think sometimes we hear the message of, leave, either leave that relationship or leave that job so that something else better can just show up for you. And it's not that I don't believe that that can't happen, but I don't think it's just as simple as snapping your fingers, walking away from that job or walking away from that relationship or whatever it is. And then that new job that you thought was going to be amazing was just going to be all lined up for you, and so it takes time.
Yeah.
It's and who knows, like just life circumstances. No one really knows.
No.
So
it's all fucking made up. It's like all made up. But I do think that there is an element of like regulation that you can do ahead of time to kind of prepare yourself for this type of uncertainty, to be able to stay consistent. Because I think that's a difference too, is that just like you said, people leave, they think something is going to like come immediately. And then that's when the fear sets in and the limiting belief sets in and you're like, oh shit. And then you go back. Cause I did that the first time. I was like, oh fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Nothing's happening. Like, what the fuck? And I definitely wasn't in a state of mind to want to or believe that if I stay consistent, that something will come from it. So I think there are things that you can do to kind of semi prepare yourself, or at least like get yourself in a better mindset, to be able to continue. Because that 1% of these entrepreneurs who do make this shit happen is because they did not give up. But it's all circumstantial. Everybody's circumstances are so different and the environment's different. But I do think one constant is that if you're passionate about it, if you keep showing up and you don't give up, and remember to keep going in those times, I think that is something that sets people apart. But there's definitely stuff you can do to prep. Like, this 2B magnetic work, this neural manifestation stuff. And I know that's also very buzzword still, neural manifestation and the subconscious. But I think there's an element of truth to it. That's why so many people talk about it. And I think it really is true. But I also think that people get very frustrated because it's not instant. Shit in our life is so instant. It's like, this shit actually takes work and time and grit and not necessarily suffering. But it just, I don't
Yeah.
know, it's never what you expect it to, like,
No.
turn out to be.
Yeah.
So, that's something too I'm bringing into 2026 is you don't have to suffer. Like,
Mhm.
putting that pressure on myself of, "No, I need to work from sun up to sundown, and I've got to, this is my story and my grit and my da da da." Like, it's like, why do I feel like I have to
Mm.
suffer as a ticket to entry?
Mhm. Mhm.
I've had plenty. I like, like,
Yeah. No, I know.
it's
Humans
okay
are
to just like receive it, like receive the support, receive like the good things without like being like, oh, well, I suffered for this, so now I like
Mhm.
deserve it.
Right. Yeah, human mind is fucking weird. It's very just bizarre to me. So
God, I know. It's like, will you just like brain shut
yeah,
the fuck up
just
sometimes?
turn it down, just turn it down,
Yeah.
so we're a little loud.
Right.
Man, it's funny, I just met okay, so there's this girl who also was involved with She's on Edge in Charleston.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you listening who may not know, it's a women's skate and surf collective, and they have also been on our show. And anyway, her name is Sid, and she's like a fucking sick ass. Uh, what is it called? What is it called? Not kite surfing. Like what?
Windsurfing?
Wind. Oh God, I don't kite
Kiteboarding.
boarding. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
kite boarder. Okay,
Wait, so what's the
so
difference?
there she was
It's
explaining,
just
I don't know,
oh,
it's like
look it up.
the different thing that you're standing on, like
Oh, okay.
some you have like a boot you're strapped in, some is just like a slide, some of it is like an actual surfboard, so there's different whatever.
Gotcha.
So she also lives in the Keys now. And so I reached out to her and was like, "Oh my gosh," because we've never
No
actually
way.
met in person.
Cool.
I learned about her because she's like super into film, and she has like a media company, and she's super cool and very entrepreneurial. And she actually dropped out of college to like start her own thing. And she is like,
Sick.
yeah, it's just really, really cool. She's young. She's 22. And I'm just like, I know. And I'm
Shut
like,
the
this is
fuck up.
so interesting to me. Like how, and I know it's not a race and we're all on our own different timelines and stuff, but I was so far from that at that age. You know what I mean? Of going against the norm
You
per
have a
se,
different appreciation for it. Yeah.
yeah, I'm just like, that's really, really, really cool. And I mean, she knows that. She's very confident in what she's doing. She said she's a lacrosse player. Yeah,
Ooh, I wonder where she went. Do you know where she like grew up?
Minnesota.
Okay. So no.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, maybe I
yeah.
like played against her or something.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, anyway, it's just cool to meet other people synchronistically as first and foremost, and then also just learning again about her journey. I was like, that'd be kind of cool to have her on here at some point too, potentially.
Absolutely.
But yeah, just so young with that like entrepreneurial spirit, and I'm just really curious and excited to see where her journey is going to take her, because someone who yeah, I'm just curious, like who knows, like that's the thing we're talking about, no one really knows, and it's not what you expect, and like shit, she could end up being a CEO for a corporate company,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, or she could
Right.
end up, yeah, CEO of her own company.
Right.
But just like so curious about
Yeah.
where everyone's like little path is going to lead them, because you never know. But she had such a really cool energy, and uh, what's it called, like a fire for life,
Mm.
aliveness, which was really refreshing. So it was cool.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's something that we're both really excited about too for the show in general. Not only like we want to give insights in our own lives too and start sharing maybe a little more about what we're going through, and because I think that's just how we connect with people. But also we're super stoked to have people like that on, people who are going against the status quo, who are, I don't know, normal fucking people doing cool shit, who are choosing to nonetheless go against the status quo, do something different with their life, and really take life by the horns again, or whatever that fucking saying is. Live life and be excited and be happy about it, and how they go about doing that. And we're excited too to just bring maybe some new segments on, maybe give a little bit of advice. We want to hear from you guys too. So it's just like the sky is the limit
The
for
sky's the
Nosedive.
limit.
Oh yeah, that's a song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, I'm excited to see what this year brings, and open. And yeah, is there anything else that
I'm trying to think of like what I've been like into lately. I'm stoked to see like what new non-alc brands are out there. I've been like connecting with so many new brands. Actually, I was like super excited. I went to World of Beer over the weekend.
Oh
and
wow, I
and
forgot
they
about World of Beer.
right, Wob. I know.
Yeah.
We used to go like every Sunday religiously for brunch, bottomless mimosas, like, and we had not been
Wow.
there for quite some time. But they had probably one of the most in-depth non-alcoholic cocktails and like lists available in the cooler
Wow.
area. So I was like very, very pleasantly surprised. Because
Wow.
I was, wow, they have like their standard beers or whatever.
Right.
But they're offering like a depth of non-alc spirits, of ritual, and like some other gardening beverages. So I'm like, this is fucking cool. And I'm just super stoked to see where that goes and understanding new brands and kind of where those trends are going. I'm super stoked for that. I still have the welding thing in my back pocket. I still don't know like where that's going to take me, but I maybe buying a weld pack or taking another workshop. Like,
cool.
I really want to continue with that, however that looks. And maybe motorcycle. Maybe
I don't know, Nay. I don't know if I can allow you to do that.
I don't know, dude. It just like seems so cool. And maybe it's just like the more of like the camaraderie like around it. You know, it's like there's a club here in Savannah and it's all female and it just seems really fucking cool. And the one time that I got on the back of Richard's motorcycle, I was scared for my life, but also the most alive of it at the same
Wait,
exact
you've only
time.
been one time?
Yeah, because he took the back seat off. Because it was the first time that he's ever ridden with someone on the back also.
Oh my gosh.
So he's only been a solo rider forever. So it was his first time too. Yeah. So, and I don't think I would want to. I'm too much of a control freak to ride on the back, I think.
Oh my gosh.
But before
Dude,
he
I
took
love
the
it.
seat off, I went once with him. And it was so fucking cool. It was really, really fun. So I don't know. That's kind of like in the background. I don't know. I don't know. But the Harley Davidson is right down the street and they have 2 classes a week. So
cool.
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. And then the last thing I would say is just continue writing, showing up, doing cool shit, letting my corporate side of myself like really melt away and be fucking weird. And I've been watching a lot of The Burnt Peanut.
What's that?
He's that streamer.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah, which he's been one of the ones that, and I've watched other streamers with Richard too, you know, Tim the Tatman and some other ones or whatever. But the Burnt Peanut is the fucking coolest. I think it's so cool. So I'm taking notes from his streams just because he's so fucking outrageous but fun and just really seems himself not to
Wow.
overanalyze
Yeah.
a fucking streamer. But anything is fucking possible. If someone can
Wow.
get on and stream and play video games as a virtual fucking peanut, who's to say that nosedive can't fucking
Dude.
can't do something, okay?
Dude,
So
truly, 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 truly. I can't even keep my eyes.
oh my God. I mean, what is
Wow.
this fucking world we live in? I'm telling you, it's not, it's like a fucking virtual reality. Like shit, it's just you, whatever you make it. So yeah,
100%.
let's fucking go.
100%. Let's
What
fucking
about
go.
you? What are you looking forward to? What kind of stuff are you into right now?
I'm looking forward to Madeline here in the Keys. She's a incredible realtor, as well as she has a paddleboard business called Paddle and Madeline. She's one of my really great friends too. Her name is Pad Mad. I call her Pad Mad. She and I have partnered, and we are doing a mindful paddle series. So we got a group of, I think, like 5 or 6 women. And
I wish I was down there to do that.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I have so many friends, and I'm like, I wish you were here for this.
Yeah.
And you're definitely one of them. But yeah, we are gonna co-host this meetup, and we're gonna do 4 paddle sessions at, every other week we'll meet. And we did that intentionally so that it's not just like a one-off paddle. People have the opportunity to come back again and again and again to get to know each other, create more of a community feel to it, as well as people who they have never paddleboarded before. So we're going to teach them how and get on the water. We're going to have some full moon sesh. We're going to have a new moon sesh, a eco cleanup, some mocktails, some journaling and reflecting. And the water here and the sunsets here are fucking unmatched. So I'm really, really excited to do that. That feels really good. And I'm excited I'm looking for some jobs here.
Yeah.
And just kind of being a little bit more like playful and open to whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I just need to make money,
Right,
and
right.
things will continue to unfold and opportunities will come, and no worries. They kind of make a joke around here. You can find a job because, if you just show up sober, you're already ahead of the game. Because people come down here and get like the quote unquote the Keys disease.
Litty titty.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, oh, sure, no problem. You need me to show up sober? Like,
damn,
perfect.
Dude. Well, you're already above and beyond on that front. So
right.
Good to go.
But yeah, I'm just kind of doing that and like excited to move into my little studio. It's super, super small. It will be the smallest place I've ever lived. And so I have 2 little dogs.
You're moving into that one?
Yeah. I started this weekend moving stuff in there.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, it's super cute.
It's gonna be good.
It's cute. It would just take some adjusting. And I think like releasing, like for some reason I'm like, oh, it's too small for my dogs. But like, it's not they're running laps around my house. Anyway,
you take them I have never seen anybody be so consistent and frequent of taking their dogs out on a walk other than you and my girlfriend Alyssa. Like clockwork, multiple times a day. They're good. They are spoiled dogs, in my opinion.
Yeah. So no, they definitely get their walks, and when they're not, they're just sleeping, and they're just happy when I get home. So it'll be perfect. I can't wait to show you.
Yeah.
So
I know I'll have to come down for sure. Like make it a trip. And I'm also calling that in too. Thanks for the reminder.
Same.
Some kind of job because I need a little something. So
yeah.
We'll see.
Yes. Amazing. Yeah. I love it. The reason why I'm so in between, like whether or not I'm going to want to stay here or go back to Charleston, is because the place that I found to live in is like very affordable. And I'm like, ooh, if I stay here, and I have a job that like
Yeah.
it's fine. I can have more money to take trips. Where if I'm in Charleston, yeah, I have a bigger apartment and I have quote unquote more stuff around, but I'm more confined to that spot, So it's like it's so trippy to
Yeah.
make a decision, I guess. I'm like, damn it, just split me in half.
I know.
Like,
Like, half me can stay here, half me can stay in
yeah,
Charleston,
yeah,
and you'll just live a dual
yeah,
reality life. Yeah.
yeah. But anyway, so that's it. We're having fun stuff happening all
Yeah.
around.
Yeah, dude. I think it's like I just feel really good. In general, I think mentally, physically, there's always going to be shit, but
Yeah.
I think going into this year, like it's definitely the clearest vision wise I've been probably in my entire adult life. So
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
feels pretty fucking good.
Let's save that clip right there and
Yeah.
let's revisit it every fucking week. I'm not even
Yeah.
kidding.
Put
Like,
that shit on repeat and just
yeah.
like write it everywhere on my mirrors in
Yes. Yes.
everything.
I mean, it will be interesting to, yeah, I don't think I've had a full, well, technically last year, we could go back to our podcast from our episodes from the beginning of last year, but like this episode specifically at the end of this year, you bet
Let's
I
go
want to come
back.
back and like
Yeah.
look at this and just be like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah. Agreed.
How fun. Yeah.
Pact has been made.
Yes.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. All right, guys. Well, until next time, see you on the flip side.
Ciao.